sick.
Yeah, it's like the sequel. Really, this is not fun. Okay, welcome to the Rise of Brown, Car-sino Royale. What makes that?
Was good.
The 8th episode?
I believe so. Yeah.
No. This is the final one.
The
final episode, but
Found
not
the video.
really.
There's spin-offs.
Of I Know What I Got Cast, or Ickwig, if you're one of those folk. I'm your host, Andrew. I'm joined by our own Uncle Ben Kenobi Goldberg and his moisture farming brother, David.
Hello.
Now, David, as I understand, you actually went to the government and said, I need to make my name longer, and you came up with David to make it long for Veed.
Yeah, I believe that's how the story goes.
Yeah. That's a nickname that has been looked over by all my friends, and I'm kind of disappointed
Not
that it
anymore.
hasn't been picked up on.
You are in my phone now as Veed.
Sick.
Veed.
Cool.
But you're still in my phone as get your other Ben's key because you need to get your other Ben's key.
Yeah.
And I need to answer the phone more as get your other Ben's key. Hey, get your other Ben's key. Get your other Ben's key.
Is
All
that
right.
because he's the other Ben because he was born second?
No, because he has a Mercedes that he only got one key to, and the people that sold it to him said they have another key for it, and the keys are unobtainium, and he needs to obtain it.
Yeah.
He needs to obtain
That was the
oxymoron.
shortest way to make that story short.
All right.
And last and definitely the least popular in the franchise, our own Gungan that can't keep his tongue to himself, and also our co-producer, Chuck.
Hello.
Thank you very much. This concludes our Star Wars title works.
And special guest Antonio, who's working on a special project that we will get
involves
into
crinkling
later.
cellophane.
Yeah, so
Apparently
the
it does. It's not supposed to, but we're in the early stages.
So
We'll come back to you later for an update.
That's the ninth one. This is the 9th episode. This is yet another one that we have had to redo because of a tragic
Because of pops and crackles.
Yeah.
technical error. It really wasn't that catastrophic. We're just stupid. On this episode, we will discover what is hiding in an Italian barn. Why is Michelin suddenly being all French? And why does my father have to do... Rather, what does my father have to do with fictional international espionage?
Ooh.
I want a jingle.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
That was
We are
in it.
hot to it.
Does anyone want to give me a car to riff off of, or am I just doing one?
I would like to give you
The Kia jingle.
A what?
What?
A Kia jingle?
Oh, just Kia related?
Yeah.
How about there's no, I can't do that. That's not. Wait, I can. Legally I can because there's a manufacturer named White
What?
and they're
The
like,
Suzuki Kazashi, everyone.
I don't want that.
That'd suck.
And there's,
Wait, has your Kazashi?
Yeah.
Is your Suzuki Kazashi cut you like a Wakazashi?
I'll take it.
Yeah, wait, is it? What? Yeah, Wakazashi. That's the second largest.
You're welcome.
and that's our jingle.
Get it again.
No, we'll definitely do a real one. That was
What?
trash.
What do you mean?
That was trash. Didn't even tell a phone number?
Well, you don't want to hear mine.
Well, what is your... Okay, well, we'll do mine then.
Well, I was going to give you an idea. I don't think it's appropriate.
Well, that's those are my favorite ideas, but here they are. Run out of smiles per miles, then sell your pile to the car folks with guile. Carvio,
No.
we buy
You,
them all.
you messed up the rhyme.
Let me start over again, because
David, can you read?
Yeah.
I obviously cannot. Go for it.
Are we reading this one? Oh, run out of smiles per miles, then sell your pile to the car folks with guile. Carvio, we buy them all. Limp mode, sport mode, engine code. It doesn't matter. 855-951-3335.
Okay,
Sunday.
David.
Sunday. That's right.
First jingle, that was clutch.
I can
Don't
read
expect
from
us
that
to
far away.
respond to you on Sunday. We don't do that.
That was good.
Call us on Monday.
working on
Monday.
Yeah, Sunday is our day
Wait
off.
for
Please
Monday,
call
Monday. That's better.
All right, well, let's
We'll have you
hit
picked up by Wednesday. Wednesday.
Hump day.
We can't. You're gonna have to honk that out. That's
Copyrighted.
infringement.
You're copyrighted.
And now the news. So
Mike.
a while back we went over Toyota's stance on EV vehicles and the current transition. Stop laughing. Stop laughing at me.
No. Proceed. Sorry.
In the current transition of power to Koji Sato, is it Sato or Sato?
Sato.
Sato, who was the Lexus head and is now the capo of things Toyota. Koji is very much keeping the existing mentality, and by that I mean Toyota is hedging its bets and making sure to comply with fleet emissions regulations, but they want to achieve this through hybrid and plug-in hybrid vehicles as opposed to entirely EVs. Now, why don't we recap on why that was? Why might that be? Why might Toyota still be interested in making gasoline engines? Oh, why? America's the only place on the planet.
Because I don't know, a lot of other countries' infrastructure doesn't have like any sort of support for
EVs.
Yeah.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, no. Fuel. Or like you look at Britain.
You want to know
I think
why?
Huh.
I'll tell you why.
Tell us why. Tell me why.
3 words.
Tell me why.
Maybe 2.5, depending on where you got your English degree.
E.
Toyotas of war.
I was thinking that, yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like those countries
okay,
don't
3.
have anything
Yeah,
but a need
3
for
words.
dependable
What was the half
trucks.
word?
Of.
Of.
It is? Okay.
Just because
Great.
it's 2 letters doesn't mean it's not.
not.
a
I
full
don't
word.
know if it was
Christ,
like a preposition.
It's not
Whatever.
for
I don't
a
know.
fee.
No,
I don't know. I
is
didn't
a
go to
word.
college.
God.
No is sure, but like of is like something else. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, well, anyway, that being said, Toyota sits on the best solid-state battery patents seen by an auto manufacturer, so to think they have dragged their feet so badly that they are behind the competition would be a mistake. I got a verb. Toyota is sitting at the top of unit sales, beating the next closest competitor, VW. But are you listening to this? Because I'm going to quiz you.
Yeah.
Okay. By 2 million more units sold. So I think it's safe to say that Toyota and Koji have positioned themselves quite nicely. Anybody want to come up with a better word than nicely? Comfily?
What?
Comfily, like comfy, but like in a different
Comfortably.
tense.
That's not a word.
That's what. Yeah, comfily.
What?
You're making up Canadian right now.
I'm not making anything up.
What?
All words are made up, sucker. Now, in other news, new Mustang owners will have a new function to play with from the factory. As some of you may know, there is now a remote rev feature on the key fob of the new Mustang models. Wow.
Oh man, that's unnecessary.
Can you imagine what it would be like if... you know what? No. I can't. This is more a PSA to the future owners of these cars. We all know you drive a Mustang. No need to sit down and make it rev out and wake up the whole neighborhood.
But you will anyway.
Yeah, they will.
Well, you know, Harleys, they do that because it's functional.
Yes.
You know, respect that guy. Absolutely.
Harley Davidson.
5 a.m. on a Tuesday, going to work on his leisure bike. Yeah, that's fine and dandy. Mustang guys, cut it out.
I was just thinking.
Yeah, now he's making Canadian noises.
This
Reginald regarding
This feature
Harley
comes after
Davidson.
59 years of production. So I mean, why not have a gimmick on the way out the door?
Yeah. Always
Good gimmicks.
about the
Good for gimmicks. Everyone loves a gimmick.
Gimmicks. Tesla party doors. Gimmicks. Everyone loves the gimmicks.
This is definitely one of those things.
Speed.
Yeah.
Out of party headlights.
That's
Yeah,
not a
ludicrous
gimmick.
mode. Yeah, ludicrous mode. Yes, that was
That's
hilarious.
a gimmick, dude.
Yeah, on Teslas.
Was it
Okay,
ludicrous or was it
compared
plaid?
to
Because
stupid party
it goes
mode doors.
ludicrous and then it goes plaid. Plaid
Yeah.
speed.
You press the button. You press the button that says ludicrous mode.
Yeah.
And then when you're accelerating,
all right,
it
well,
takes
sure.
you, like on the screen, it does plaid.
But plaid is its own speed.
Right. So
So why isn't it plaid mode?
they started with ludicrous mode.
I
Right.
wonder-
In the
Why-
older Teslas, that was where they started.
But
And then
why
they made a
didn't they do
faster
that?
one
That's
called
just-
plaid.
That's just incorrect.
I saw a guy driving
I
with
thought
a yoke yesterday.
we
Yuck.
reached ludicrous speed, and then
Yeah.
it's
So
like,
dumb.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
they reached plaid.
yeah. So,
And then everything went plaid.
so before they made
We're referring
a car,
to Spaceballs, by the way. Just
Yeah.
watch Just watch the movie. It's Mel Brooks.
I like
It's the
that that's
best.
referenced in a car now that's like extremely popular. Like, you know,
But I'm mad.
and
because
everyone's
it's not
like, "What does
correct.
plaid mean? Like the fabric
Well,
or like
that's-
the
yeah.
pattern?"
Yes.
No, wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
Plaid
yes,
mode.
but no, it's not from that. It's from the movie, and that's
Yeah.
cool. I like that.
Okay.
I guess
we got
that's
that.
given.
Anybody
Fine.
who owns a Tesla is probably white and they've seen the movie.
That sums up
Okay.
about
Not
every
wrong.
Tesla owner, though. Oh,
Oh, it's
fight us in the
diverse
comment
group.
section. Fight us in the comment section.
Don't at us.
Of color.
There are definitely Tesla owners of color.
Oh God,
Definitely.
you guys got PC real quick.
No. Like,
All-
I don't know. The guy who
Okay.
fixes all the Teslas without bringing them to Tesla is a black dude.
Well,
What's his
He
name?
does that?
Rich something?
He doesn't get in trouble, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
He
got a lot of-
he
yeah,
got
he's
a
got
bunch
trouble.
of trouble for fucking
Yeah,
Tesla.
Tesla's come after him quite a few times.
That's why I know who he is.
Yeah.
Because like he was in a Motor Trend article. It's like Tesla's
no.
coming after this guy for fixing Teslas.
How dare he
Yeah.
fix our cars when they break?
Then the government's going to come after Tesla for making all their repairs proprietary. Disgusting. John Deere, you know.
Yeah,
I
John
spoke
Deere.
about it on this podcast.
Yep,
they
yep, yep.
lost that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. They're not going to win.
As they should.
So now, does anybody here know what a Luxo barge is?
A real fancy boat.
That's my guess.
Give me a more relevant example.
Monaco boat.
Luxo. Yeah. Yeah.
Monaco
just a dance
boat.
party at the Monaco Grand Prix.
Yes.
How
Yeah.
humiliating.
It's like the fire festival off the coast of Monaco for the Grand Prix weekend.
Monaco
Yeah.
is great
Those are
this week.
supposed to be
oh
one of the-
man,
I fell
Best
asleep and
drivers
didn't
on the
finish it yet,
planet.
so shut up.
So, anyway, Motor Trend told me that my laptop just turned off, told me about the new 2024 BMW i7 M70.
oh, I vaguely remember talking about this.
Yep, yep, yep.
Look at
Terrible.
them big ass grills.
Yeah, it was huge. Yeah, here, I'll pull it up.
Honk.
Grills.
So, having a goofy Rolls
Robert
Royce-esque
Louis
body
Stein.
shape,
Get you some
they own
grills.
them, by the way, is an enormous vehicle considering its curb weight is just a hair under 6,000 pounds.
Ay,
Damn.
ay, ay.
Now, thankfully, you'll be whisked around by 650 horsepower from dual electric motors, which BMW boasts that this will make for a 3.5 second 0 to 60, which is impressive considering this is as heavy as a Palace of Parliament.
Oh
But-
my good God.
So guess what? Guess what? That's going to be a Rolls Royce here pretty soon.
If it's not
Swap
already,
them
this is
Yeah,
Grills.
that's,
Yeah.
that's what we're saying.
Swap them. Just remove the middle part from them grills. One big long
Oh, yeah, just
grill.
one big-
Yeah.
Add
buddy.
a metal part to
Yeah.
that.
seriously.
And
You'll
the
make
little and the
Giovanni
spirit of
Micheloti's
ecstasy.
design cues extinct if you were to do that.
You know what I do
You know
like
what
about
this-
this though? It
give-
gives me old 7 Series vibes because it's a big
oh
squid.
my
You
God,
really want to
we're
say that?
related.
Ah,
Oh my
yeah.
god,
We're
that's
related.
so weird. It's
Yeah.
almost like you guys have the same
Like
brain
the
and the same germs.
2003-ish ones, the big frumpy trunked ones that came out and everybody hated.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, like the Eddie Murphy
oh, don't. You're going down a rabbit hole right now.
Haunted Mansion movie. He had
Sure.
one of these. You're right. That.
Excuse me.
Or I was thinking like the 90s ones because they're square.
No, those didn't have big kidney grills.
No,
oh,
I'm
well, that's
thinking- I'm
fair.
thinking
I'm
about
just
the-
thinking.
the
I'm
big-
looking at
the
the
big
side
frumpy
profile
one,
of
the
it.
big
Yeah,
frumpy
the
one
one that
from
they
the
made
early
the
You're right.
Alpina
2000s.
B7s out of. Right?
Yeah,
The
like
what?
the
Yeah.
first Alpina B7. Or not
Yeah,
first, no,
yeah.
they made Alpina
Yeah,
B7s
from like
out of the
from
older ones.
2012
But,
to
like-
2013.
I'm older than
Those
that.
ones. Yeah.
But yeah,
Older
the
than that.
OG.
I know
like,
that those are the
funk
OG
trunk
ones,
one.
but I just
yeah.
those are the ones you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm done talking about these kidney grills. But if you want to
up a
move an entire
2003
slab of
BMW
marble,
7 Series.
if you want to move an entire slab of marble and steel, such as this car, 650 horsepower from dual motors is very much needed.
Dual motor's weak.
What?
Everybody else has 4
Oh.
motors.
On like hypercars and stuff, not.
Rivian has 4 motors.
Yeah, but it's also
Yeah,
in a
those things are
truck.
huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
You just got
Big
over
huge.
saying how
with
this
even
is
huger
huge.
people inside of them.
What do you mean?
Now, moving on to some racing news we looked into recently, it seems like Pirelli's contract will be all wrapped up in the 2024 F1 season. Many F1 fans have Chuck. My laptop keeps turning off, and I can't read.
Well, figure it out, bud. Move the mouse every once in a while.
Don't you say that. That's my line.
I don't
Many
know if I
F1
can see.
fans
Might
have
have to
expected-
honk this out. Plug it in.
You're so dumb.
Glade plugins.
Yeah.
Shout out to them, but also it
Sponsor
helps
us.
laptops too.
Glade? I thought it was Glad.
I'm pretty sure it's Glade. Might have been Glad in Canada, but it's Glade here.
I'm not very prone to marketing for being smelly.
Well, no, in Canada it's glad because it's glad to smell anything other than manure.
Hey, shut up, man. What's your problem?
You're hillbilly as hell. Well, it's not hillbilly up there. Y'all mountain folk. No.
I don't know if we're all mountain folk. We got
De Beers.
beer. We got
What?
beer folk.
Beer.
We got the same people as you. They just sound funny. We got people who like IPAs way too much. You know,
Could you imagine that with a Canadian accent? Oh, man.
terrible.
Have you heard about this new IPA, buddy?
Oh, I couldn't.
So many F1 fans. Come on, he's almost
Not
done
even
with
gonna
that
try.
car.
He's
Many
not
F1
almost
fans
done.
have speculated that Michelin may return to this, but
You're getting
Michelin
close. You still have a
CEO
whole nother bag, though.
debunked these myths and whispers by, and I'm paraphrasing here, that they would not have enough control over the way the tire wears, and also integrating new technologies in near real time. Is this really a paraphrase, Chuck?
Yeah.
I'm going to repeat
How
this
long was that
paraphrase.
phrase?
That
The
they
novel?
would not have enough control over the way the tire wears, and also integrating new technologies in near real time as they develop tires for different teams and their wants and needs.
Hear
That
ye,
being
hear
said,
ye.
I understand the frustration. So basically, what that means is that they regulated the tire specs so that Michelin is like, well, if we can't actually test anything new, then we're just going to dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's because the F1 wants them to like the degradation of the rubber at a certain rate, so they have to come in for pit times.
'Cause they
And
want-
Michelin's
they
like,
want more
no.
competition and strategy. So
Yeah. Michelin's like, why can't we just make a tire that is the best and lasts the longest in these conditions? Well, what
Bring
if?
back fuel stops.
because one, we don't really need that. Production cars don't drive like F1. They don't
No.
even use the same tires. And if you wanted them, they're like like 20 grand a pop,
Probably, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What's the use
Yeah.
in that?
I want a used one.
The only thing,
Rip one off
battery
a
tech's going to change
Giovanasti's
that a lot
car.
because those cars are really heavy.
Yeah.
And instead of 60,000 miles, they're going down to like 25, 30.
But the thing is like with any sort of racing, like you got to figure out like the absolute edge that the tires will work well at, right? And so like you can translate like grip and stuff to other
Why don't
like
they just move to
passenger tires.
NASCAR? NASCAR don't want to do that.
I don't know who is the tire. It's
Goodyear.
Goodyear still.
Goodyear.
That's why, because Goodyear's got them by the balls. I haven't.
Goodyear-
I just realized that like I've never seen anything other than Goodyear on a stock car
Hang
since
on.
like the 70s or whatever.
The NBA just changed from a Spalding ball to a Wilson ball. Anything is possible, I guess.
It's possible. Yes, we are in an international race.
Even though both of those companies are
Not-
American, but that's besides
we are
the
not
point.
in an international race. We are a international race. We can form tires together. So they don't want to keep doing it because it's not going to challenge them, so they're dipping out. And Pirelli's like, oh well, sweet, we'll take a free sponsorship. That being said, this makes it difficult to showcase themselves as a tire company, and also limits the drivers and teams to what they can and can't eke out of their land jets.
Yeah, that's control.
Here's a quote from Michelin to sum up the very French disposition that Michelin has on re-entering F1. Quote, and of course, there are side benefits. A side benefit is the show. A side benefit is the brand awareness. But in terms of brand awareness, is this still a quote?
yeah.
Whatever, they said really French stuff saying like, well, we don't want to be able, if we can't make our tires real good, then nobody's going to want them even though they can see pictures of our tires on TV.
They said, we don't need to do this. C'est la vie. And also in Dutch news, 230 cars in a private barn collection have been unearthed, and you have the opportunity to own one of them yourself. Maybe not anymore, because
This is old news.
the list of cars in the find is enormous, but suffice it to say, that the list is impressive enough to shake up the online car community and get classic car auctions involved. Some of the vehicles that are listed are an Alfa Romeo Spider, Ferrari 365, a Mercedes 300S, to name a few. The good news is that each of the 230 cars are being sold individually, so you can have the chance to get any of them.
Or all of them.
Or all of them, yeah. Come on, Musk. Come and crush them.
Buy them for your town.
Oh God, that's like Martin Shkreli buying the Wu-Tang album. Like that would be the worst thing in the world, dude.
That would be yikes.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy these cars and just destroy them. Elon wouldn't do that. He'd do some.
That's 230 more cars I just sold.
If Andrew had no soul, he would look a lot like Martin Shkreli.
No,
Why
He's got
would you
the-
be
you
so
got the
terrible?
hair.
he's
Zach?
way better looking.
No, no,
Come
no.
on now,
You
don't
have a
do him
soul.
like that.
Why would you say? I would
I'm not-
rather have no soul and not look like Martin Shkreli.
I would agree with Andrew.
No,
How dare
What
you?
a hideous
so-
man.
You know, okay, so you don't look like Martin Shkreli, but you got the hair's similar from
It's
what I remember.
not even that. What are you talking about? His
It's-
hair's
is it
like
not?
straggly and black.
And it's shorter. You
It's
like
shorter.
Okay,
I feel like
then
the
I'm-
first
I don't
time we
remember
met
what that
him,
guy
My
looks
hair's tight
like.
as
You look great, bud. Never mind, I take it back.
Ben
Chuck,
has retracted
cut
his
that.
comment. I what?
Cut what I said.
Oh,
honk
okay.
it out.
Yeah,
You look
all
like
of it.
you look like honk honk.
Yeah. Which,
How dare
don't
I
know.
look like honk honk? I'd rather have no soul than look like honk honk. Can I get a jingle?
Yes, you can. Are you guys gonna give me something to riff off of again? That's gonna be absolute trash.
Yes, I will do it now. So there is a manufacturer from way back. They were called White,
oh my God.
and their heavy duty pickup model was called the Power.
No,
No
way.
Nope. Shut it down.
No way.
I know.
Don't do it, Chuck.
It's true. You can look it up if you want.
I'm not. I'm definitely not. I'm gonna walk away from this,
It's
but
so
I'm gonna.
bizarre.
I'm just gonna laugh at the joke that I made in my own head and leave it at that. Tired of playing dodged bald. Give Carvio
That was mine.
it was. Give Carvio a call and see how easy it is to sell your car. We will buy any car anywhere at 855-951-3335.
That was so dumb. So dumb. So dumb, but I love it. Okay.
So this week I picked out the Aston Martin DB4, and for the sake of funsies, we'll include the surrounding generations.
The DBs, if you will. Not the 7, because that's too new.
Or anything after.
Excuse me.
Anything after 5.
Not
I thought.
that. Anything after 5.
I mean,
Yeah.
6. The 6
Yeah.
was counted.
No, there was like
No.
a 20-year gap between the 5 and the 6.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
almost picked a 6 today.
Let me inform you
Wrong.
right now.
Wrong.
Because it's in here, I promise you. So this does go almost without saying that we are having a run at the model made famous by the James Bond films. I'm not making an Indiana Jones joke this time.
Oh, come on.
It was- yes. The man made famous by Indiana Jones, Sean Connery.
Wrong. Well, yeah, no, that's right. That's actually true.
Your mother,
It's
Trebek.
not true, but he is in there.
Favorite James Bonds? Go quick.
I'm going to say
Connery.
David, good job.
Sorry.
Ben's Octomommy.
What?
What?
I'm sorry, it's called Extends Octomommy. James Bond extends Octomommy. I don't think from your looks, I don't think I downloaded the right James
No, I don't think you did, but it sounds good.
You did not.
Okay, well, I don't think I have a favorite then. But that would be it.
For a second, how upset would you be if I put the steering wheel on the wrong side intentionally?
Wait,
I
when you
think
say
Lego would punish you. I think they're not going to allow you to do that.
The hit squad's gonna come out.
Yeah, the
Lego hit
the
squad.
friendly
I don't
dudes
think
from Denmark are going to be like, this is not the way. No, no, you cannot have this.
They still got the same little steering wheels from when we were kids. That's never changed.
Why change something that works?
Yeah, I know.
It's a silly steering wheel and it doesn't have
Right,
any
like-
buttons
like
on
the
it, but I
price.
love it. Yeah.
Or like the shape of the brick.
We're not trying to reinvent the brick. So I picked this one up because I think I remember wondering why there wasn't one. So when I saw this green one, I jumped at the chance to grab it because I didn't know when the next time I would see one is. Turns out I was right to settle, as I've never seen another one in a store since. I'm sure my reasons for buying it would have been the same as literally anyone else.
My favorite James Bond is Timothy Dalton.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Jesus, that was out of nowhere.
Get out.
Out of pocket.
Not too
Yeah.
Benny, get on the bench. Antonio's joining the podcast. Build Lego.
I changed my mind. George Lazenby.
Oh my.
Dude, you just named the two most useless Bonds. I forgot those dudes existed. I don't even know. Like,
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You
Lazenby
remembered both of
for
them.
No, Dalton I remember.
That's not how
but
this
the other
works.
one. I never even seen those movies. I feel like those are like
I'd say
those
if
are like
you
the Eddie
remember,
Norton
if you
Incredible Hulk.
know who I'm talking about, then they are the best James Bonds. Here's why: the least amount of movies made, the worst movies made, but you still know who they are.
Oh my God.
You only know who they are because
Boo.
Not you.
No,
not
they
him using.
don't.
Not him using the blooper rules.
That's some kind of, I would say, in the bloopers.
No, that's not true. So
Yes.
Sean Connery wins by hands down, 100%.
Pierce Brosnan's not bad either.
We had
No,
this
he's not
conversation
bad.
last
No,
time.
but
You're right.
he
Pierce
drives.
Brosnan's not bad.
He
BMWs.
drives BMWs, which is
Boo.
Yeah, that is
less
boo.
than ideal.
Agreed.
Although he does have the Vanquish
Oh.
on ice, which is
Yeah. Yeah.
Aston Martin's on ice.
Tonight, one night only.
And that's silly
Sunday,
Jaguar.
Sunday.
I'll tell you what, my grandfather was a hard man.
Hot.
He went on many, many very long-term extends trips.
Yeah. Okay, Grandpa.
Extended trips in very deep woodwork. And he never, ever used an electric grill, but he always carried one on him for emergencies.
What a man's man.
Where are we going with this?
Wow.
I
I
don't
only
know.
ever saw him watching the Pierce Brosnan ones, and he loved the Daniel Craig ones too.
Yeah, and look at that. Man's man loved them.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
Okay.
I mean, listen, they're
right.
not bad.
Yeah, but they're definitely some of the better looking ones.
Sure.
Why are we
Except for
talking
Sean
about their
Connery.
looks?
Sean Connery, like, he's like
Sean
classic.
Connery in his
Sean
prime.
Connery is
Yeah.
sexy.
Come on.
Like, that's
Come on.
classic, like, of the era manly man. Like,
Yeah.
whoo. He got more hair on his chest than like a gorilla on its back.
He didn't look like the
nothing on his
strongest guy
back.
in the
Yeah,
world, but
but
he
yeah.
figured it
Nothing.
out.
Way she goes.
What?
How could I be so lucky?
Poor Ben. Poor Ben, you hairy.
Oh, this is all
You
projected.
hairy animal, you poor bastard.
The worst.
I understand now you are looking to be more handsome with less hair on your back.
Oh, so much.
So,
Yeah, but if you go to prison, someone can braid it for you. He said yikes.
Shut it down. Shut it down right there.
honk it out. Honk this whole thing out. 5-minute honk. 5-minute honk. So, there is only technically a DB1 and very technically a DB1. The name on its birth certificate reads 2 Liter Sports. There were only 15 made. The prototype won the 24 hours at Spa-Francorchamps in 1948, and the final 3 were special order after the DB2 had started production. The DB2 had a similar story. It's simply a sleeker, more powerful variant. There were 3 pre-production models made for racing at the first post-war 24 Heures du Mans. Which is on soon, actually.
The people
Very
at
soon.
Michelin are throwing their champagne at their radios right now. Computers. This is a podcast. What am I saying?
The 24 Hours of Le Mans. There was no remarkable wins I found in my brief time writing this on the car that would become the basis of the production model. But my guess is that it became that because the second one failed 6 laps into the race. And the other had brake
British.
failure, destroying itself and its driver into a wall.
Ay, ay, ay.
If you want the rest of the story, just look it up. Really, I'm just here to pique an interest.
Well, like all good British captains, he went down with the ship. Bless you.
I don't know if
Thank
I
you.
would. DB2 is not what I would have wanted to die in.
Well, it's not like he had a choice.
No, that's pretty far from the list.
He climbed in it, and that was the end of that.
The
Yeah.
DB2 had one facelift in its production, but it was perhaps the most important one of all. One of them all. I'm gonna put this beer down. as that is when the vehicle's front end began looking like the DBs we have come to know. There were 411 made in total. We'll skip over the DB24 because it's like the middle brother, like David.
Middle brother?
Yeah, you won't remember him.
I don't
The
have it.
smaller one. Ooh. You never met him. The
The
DB3
youngest?
is the soda pop.
I would have met him.
The handsome one. No, not counting the Zagato, but I would argue that the Zagato... Fuck it. You know what, David? You just read this. You're so much better than me.
Okay.
All right. I love this mid-show audible.
Well, it's a heavy bitch right here. Damn. Okay.
David, you are a weak boy.
Doesn't want to drop it. Where am I?
I don't know. What was the last thing I said?
There was a quiz. He told
The
you.
middle brother, you're right here.
Oh. The DB3 is the soda pop of the group. That's just a weird sentence to read. I'm sorry. The handsome one. No, not counting the Zagato, but I could argue Zagato just coach built a DB4 to look more like a DB3.
That's true.
It's Andrew's writing. I think the Zagato looks cool.
I agree.
Let's see.
Andrew's Canadian.
This is where the model really found its identity. As in, up until this point, it's just as possible it could have become a saloon instead. I read that Road and Track described it as...
For those of you in America, that's something with 4 doors.
Yes, sir.
Always.
Described it as steering too heavy, door sills too high, stiff ride. They ended up describing any car made after 2010. After 2010 is that...
Let me read that one.
They're like skims.
Let's see. Where
door sills
they
are too
ended up-
high.
Okay. Where? Oh, Road and Track. Okay, so safe to say, Road and Track was probably paid to say no. Okay, no. This is way before.
It's the one right above it.
I read that Road and Track described it as steering too heavy, door sills too high, stiff ride. They ended up describing any car made after 2010 as well.
So safe to say Road and Track was probably paid to say nice things about any vehicle made since, right? That's what Andrew said. This was the first DB, which I will mention now stands for David Brown. Hi, Dad. It's Andrew's dad, not mine. But let's see. I'm on TV.
Oh, right, that part.
Yeah.
Hi, Dad.
David and Ben.
Right.
Look, the one time you got to put your name first.
Yeah. For real.
Oh, right hand drive.
Just like the
This isn't
firing order.
Spanish, Benny. That's
It's
not-
Vede.
Okay. So this was the first DB. This was the first DB to appear in anything James Bond. That's right, Ian Fleming's novel of a man supposedly inspired by the real-life late Christopher Lee. A fun fact is the only car in the books that Bond drives that sported the famous gadgets. Moving on to the DB4. By now, this car was putting out 240 horsepower.
Hold on.
What?
Let's not skip over that.
Okay.
That is the only car in book canon that actually ever had gadgets. The DB3 that never showed up in any film.
First car James Bond ever drove
Interesting.
in any of the books was a Rolls Royce. Or at least that's what Ian Fleming intended
Well,
him
that's
to
not what I'm
drive.
saying.
I know. That was just another fun fact. That's
Oh,
all.
okay.
Yeah,
What
so deal with
Rolls-Royce?
I don't know.
Why don't you just
a-
make the
like
font
a
bigger,
2.4
Andrew?
or something
What?
like from the 20s.
So why don't you just make the font bigger if you can't read it?
You do it. And I already did.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
It's not the font that's the problem.
Oh.
It's my brain. She's rotting. You see?
Oh. Okay.
Andrew's a little mushy.
I guess so. Okay. All right. So moving on to the DB4. By now, this car was putting out 240 horsepower for a top speed of 136. Compared to the DB1 at 90 horsepower, still pretty good for the mid 40s, and a top speed of 93 miles per hour. The DB4 could reach 60 miles an hour from a dead stop in 9.3 seconds, which is, yeah, that's pretty good. Which is faster than, I lost my, damn it. Right. Which is faster than some modern cars today. Probably my car. They may be four bangers, but aside the point. Aside from its exceptionally high-powered engine, the rest of its equipment falls straight down from the tree of what was going on in every other English manufacturer's plant. Wishbone suspension, probably a spindle to hold the tub, coilover struts, and rack and pinion steering. It did have a live rear axle, though. At this point,
That was pretty unique.
Andrew's saying
that
that
sounds
was pretty unique
unique.
in the kitchen. Live rear axle.
Which, yeah, I feel like it is. At this point, the DB was now introduced with a handful of body variants and trims. You know, back when trims were comprehensible from the other at a relative glance. Our final boss for the week, the DB. Sorry, should I talk more about the DB4? I think it's a good looking one, especially the Zagato one. That's all. Anybody else got anything?
one's sick.
Yeah, I would have picked that, but they're never for sale.
It's a British car with Italian lines. It looks
That is
good.
nice. Yeah.
The
All-
DB4?
The Zagato.
Or the DB3? I thought it was the
The DB4 is the Zagato
Yeah.
one.
Right. And they made the Zagato to make it look more like a DB3. Yes, of course.
Yes. Good car.
Yeah,
That's the joke.
I think all Aston Martin Zagatos look good.
What?
Fight me. That's not in
Before
the
we
script.
get
That's
into the
just me
DB5,
talking.
I think we need a word from our
Antonio, come
buddy
check
on the
in.
bench.
How's it going? Are you enjoying it?
So,
you having a good time?
Body built.
I got most of the body built.
Antonio.
Oh, geez.
Guys,
we're not even at the classifieds yet. Come on.
If you recall from the beginning of the show, we are recording this episode for a second time after some technical difficulties and snafus, which we have since resolved. Now, for that first show, Antonio blessed us with this gift of a Lego Aston Martin DB5 with its own little Daniel Craig character Lego guy, Aston Martin. So Antonio's been building that since we started. He's got the tub pretty much done.
Yep.
What part are you
Doors,
on right now, Antonio?
trunk.
I have no idea, but I think it's exhaust pipe.
Okay, hold up the car for me if you wouldn't mind.
Separate little thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he's
I got the tail light.
so yep.
Yeah, it's a full
Whole,
tub.
whole back of the car.
We're getting there.
We're missing the engine and the front clip
Working on the
and the roof.
I got the seats and the steering wheel in there.
Interior's in, steering wheel's in. We're
Aye.
doing great. Rear bumper's on. Even the lights are on. Stickers are on. We're doing great. So thank you, Antonio and David. We're back to the DB5.
Okay, that's right. On that same topic, our final boss for the week, the DB5, the one, the Car-sino, the oil boy, Machine Gun Kelly.
Oil boy.
Oil boy.
Drive it upside down with spider legs. We don't care. Aside from its sleeker front end, there aren't many differences between itself and its predecessor. A larger aluminum engine was with 40 more horses that was used in the Vantage trim of the DB4 was now standard. It had more creative comforts, leather reclining seats,
You mean creature
automatic
comforts?
windows. What?
You said creative comforts. It's creature comforts.
She's creature comforts.
I did what I
Like
always
AC
do,
and
reading a
leather
book,
seats.
read a word completely wrong, and just kind of keep on going with it. I struggled in college when they picked me to read, but I went to Catholic school, and it was a real struggle. They made me read like, all right, this is a personal story here, but
Let's
they
hear
made
how
me
a
read
Jew
like
does it.
Jesus stuff, and I was like, hey, time out. What is this word? What does it mean? What is this? I've never seen.
And
this
they're
word.
like, it's apostle.
yeah, and I'm like,
Is this what is Sacramenti? Isn't that a place?
don't know. Yeah, I was.
Are we
just-
speaking Latin right now, guys?
What
What's
is
going
this?
on?
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it had more creature comforts. Mhm. Got it. Sorry. I just didn't. Honestly, I didn't even think that was like. I didn't get that, so I just my
Okay,
bad.
you got it.
Anyway, leather reclining seats, automatic windows, twin fuel tanks for weight distribution, and a free fire extinguisher for your electric fires from behind the dashboard.
Dual fuel tanks. Now, when you say dual fuel tanks, I know you don't twin fuel tanks.
Sure.
Do they share a nozzle?
I don't believe so. No.
They had separate.
Sometimes they do.
Wait.
Sometimes they don't.
You can
That's annoying.
they're
Fill
two
it from
different-
both sides.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
so if you pull into a gas station and always forget where your gas tank is,
And
doesn't
show,
matter.
show us on the model where the gas nozzle touches it.
Is there? What?
This one might not be optioned with dual gas tanks, so we
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't know.
Where? Okay, right.
Optional Lego seats.
with no title.
I think Andrew's going to stop here with one more fact. The DB6 was the final DB number to be produced until the DB7 in '93. 24 years after. Oh, yeah.
Yes,
24
that's
years
true,
after.
babe.
I don't think
Yeah.
that's true.
Finger
That's
shaky,
okay.
don't change the facty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hash it out here. I don't know, obviously. There was the DBS, but that was a predecessor to the V8 Vantage, which it Oh,
That's the Mustang looking
we had
one.
this whole conversation because I thought you were talking about the DBS that looked like the DB9, and then you were like, "No, there's another one," and I'm like, "Oh, right." Let me just say, I think the new Superleggera looks sweet. Anyway, that's all we got. I think it's time for are we
Classified
jingle?
cars of the week.
Oh no! All right. Yeah, we're here for that.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Chuck, pull it up.
Pull them up.
All right.
You need to buy some time with the jingle.
Not your pants, just the cars. Leave your pants where they are. What?
What?
Hot.
Whoa.
All right. So,
This is a family podcast.
not anymore. It's not. All right. So,
Hey, the listeners at home can think for themselves wherever they want Chuck's pants to be.
yeah.
You know, this is audio only, so it's up to your imagination. You're welcome.
Are you gonna pull them up or what?
My pants? I'm deciding on who I'm going to do first.
You know what?
Andrew.
I'm gonna go piss.
Oh, okay. All right.
Not Andrew. David. The Veed.
Oh, you picked my car. Oh,
I picked
loser.
your car, but I picked it too late. Damn it. Oh, right. Oh, classifieds. Right. Oh, cool.
There we go.
Okay.